Hi there, wonderful awakening beings and spiritual souls. Jo Rose of jorose.com, numerologist and energy forecaster. I got very excited with myself today as this random video popped into my head, and I felt I really got to get out there and share this with everybody. On and off most of my life, and to be fair, most of my friends, my clients, and just people I meet, whether it's on a daily basis or randomly, come to a point in their life that they feel they are not enough. And I'm here to tell you 100% you're enough. You know, when you let go of not being enough and you become enough, watch the energy shift in your body. When I was a child, at one point I thought I was enough. I just felt life was abundant and everything was going my way, even though I was fitting into the system. But as I matured and got out there into the outside world, away from the protection of my upbringing, that not always is a protection, I realized that wanting to be accepted in the world, in a relationship, in a career, I didn't always feel enough. And it's the not feeling enough that pushes us down. It's the not feeling enough that creates most of the illnesses and challenges in our body. As you know, my business is all about loving yourself. While you may think it's numerology, numerology is a key element of what I do. But it's about energy, and the biggest energy of all, which is love. And loving yourself is the most important thing that you can do for yourself. After all, you know my saying, it's your life, L-Y-F-E, love yourself first every day. You know, it's all about loving the self. And when we can stop looking externally for validation and go internally for validation, we'll realize how amazing we are. You'll realize how amazing you are. I guess what's triggered this this video is I read a brief or saw the front cover of Vogue magazine with Emma Watson on it, and she's talking about self-partnership. If you've watched many of my videos, you'll know that I have said, as a soul, you're whole and complete. You actually don't need anything else to complete you. I've mentioned in many videos that relationships are our teachers. So here I am giving you a flip on everything that perhaps you thought was right, might not be. You know, self-love needs to come from within. Louise Hay taught me to love myself, every single piece of myself. And it was on her death that I finally got it, that it didn't matter whether I had no eyebrows, or my hair was thinning, or my body was bloated or overly thin, because we're constantly comparing ourselves or wishing we were on the other side. You know, we're too tall or too short, too wide or too narrow, too fair, too dark, too introvert, too extrovert, and now we're even too male or too female. And the one thing that was the too much for my life was I was too sensitive and I needed to toughen up. Well, I attempted to toughen up and I didn't like that side either. What I realized was I needed to embrace all of me, all the parts of me, as Louise Hay taught me, every single thing. And if I'm sensitive, then let's find how that serves me. Numerology helped me unravel a lot of things about myself, and as I'm on a 22-4 life path, it's very grounded with the 4, but that 2 is sensitive, and with the 2 2s, I am extra sensitive. And yes, I need hugs and loves and cuddle. But what if it was always coming with conditions? You know, love is meant to be unconditional, and yet it's filled with conditions. I love you, but I love you if, I love you when, and that's not the answer. People treat us the way we treat ourselves. And we're all made to perfection in the eyes of the Creator. And we are all imperative to life, no matter how long we're here or how we look or feel. So what if we have the relationship concept all wrong? What if? What if everyone and everything is a vehicle for our own teachings and growth? What if relationships, and that includes the trolls that troll us online, what if they're all here teaching us to own ourselves, to love ourselves, to honour ourselves? Now that's a different thought, isn't it? What if? I mean, we are here to shine bigger, bolder, brighter and better. And I've got the sun shining down on me right now, and I feel this. Our relationships are really teaching us about self-love, because how we treat ourselves is how others treat us. And if we feel that we're at the bottom of somebody else's pile, that's because we've shown up at the bottom of our own pile. I listen to people share their stories, share their challenges, and I've come to understand that we're all looking to feel loved, and we all have so much love to give, and yet we don't give it to ourselves. When Emma Watson was sharing about self-partnership, and she's more than happy with that, I discovered that many youngsters are happy with this. And I have felt happy with spending time on my own. I've been separate or divorced for 15 years, and initially I thought maybe I needed another partner, but I don't. What I needed was time out to meet me, time out to know me, time out to embrace and absorb me. What do I like? What do I want to do? What is my life all about? It was in this time that I discovered numerology, and numerology has really opened up my world. My gosh, do you realize that your name and date of birth gave you all the clues into what you're here to do? And yet, we've been born and raised in a society that has had us believe that we're meant to be something else. Come on, we're not sheeple, we are people, and we're not meant to follow, we're meant to stand out. When you think about education, it was all about better, higher grades, pushing for more. Why was that? It was so we'd become employable, so that we could have more money and a better lifestyle. Advertising is all about looking better, feeling better, and it's advertising fashion on ultra slim models or of more items than we really need. It's about beauty, that you're not beautiful enough and you've got to slap on makeup and creams and all sorts of things just to look different, even down to cosmetic surgery. And I find that a lot of the cosmetic surgery participants are beginning to look like clones. Come on, guys, you know, you're born an original, don't die a copy. And then there's health. I find that we're constantly told that we're sick and poorly, and we are, because we're not being ourselves. And they don't give you a pick you up, love yourself situation, they give you some drugs. It's all about money. Whether it be the advertising and the retail, whether it be for the pharmaceutical, the chemical industry, for the banks, it's all about money. When really, love is free. It's free, and it's the highest source of energy that we have. I've often said, if everyone was blind, we wouldn't see differences. We wouldn't need so many items of clothing. We wouldn't need all the makeup and the beauty regime. We wouldn't need it. If everybody was blind, they'd see through their third eye. And when we see through our third eye, we're connected to Source, and therefore we see beauty. You are beautiful, and you are enough. People that are seeking perfection are actually preventing their awakening. When you awaken to realize that the power you have, because you are enough, is all that you need, then you can move forward. We are crying out to be different, and at the same time, we want to be the norm. Well, no, I want to tell you, you are different, you are unique, and you are a cog that makes this whole thing work. Every morning, I want you to do something for yourself. Every morning, the moment you wake up, is keep your eyes closed. And as you wake up, be grateful that you are about to start a fresh day. Because 2 or 3 million people died last night while you slept. And a further 6 or 7 million will be grieving. But if you're not one of them, then you have all the reason to be grateful for today. And still, before you open your eyes, just rub your hands together. Rub them so you feel the friction, and then place them over your eyes and really feel that energy, that aliveness, that electricity, that vibrance that is running through you, because you are a source of energy and you are going to impact the day. And after you've done that, I want you, before you wake up, to smile. Can you see that? To smile. My gosh, smiling from ear to ear is so powerful. It's a feel-good feeling. And when we say chin up, look up, you cannot frown. You can only smile and see the goodness that there is. And then, still before you open your eyes, just place your arms around yourself and give yourself one of those really beautiful, loving hugs. The one that you feel right here in your heart. And then open your eyes and place your feet on the floor and ground yourself to this wonderful planet. Let your roots go down deep, deep, deep into the core of Mother Earth. And raise your arms up as you stretch so that you can reach up to Source and all that there is. And then as you walk off to the bathroom, find yourself standing in front of the mirror. And as you look in the mirror, look directly into your eyes and say to yourself, I love you, and your name. I always say, I love you, Jo Rose. I even give myself an extra cuddle. And you know, it really uplifts my day. It makes me feel more confident, and it makes me feel enough. I want you to feel enough. I really do. I want you to really consider loving yourself, every single part of you. Thank you for watching. If you've liked this video, give me a thumbs up. If it's helped you embrace more of you, if it's helped you see that you are enough, if it's helped you realize that this is your life and it's a gift. No matter what age you are, it's so important to understand age is not about getting old. When we think about jewellery, wine, furniture and art, when it gets old, it becomes more valuable. Each day, you become more valuable. You are so, so, so enough. If you want to know more about raising your energy, if you want to know more about owning who you are, then do leave me a message in the comments below. Subscribe to my channel, ring that bell for further notifications. The biggest turning point in my life, apart from really sitting down and realizing I was somebody's child and I was enough and I needed to be looked after, was the numerology, because the numerology gave me the guidebook for who I am. You have your own personal guidebook, and it's the one that you want to start working with now, today. So get in touch, message me, whatever, however, I'd love to connect with you. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.